In 2027, Social Security benefits are projected to jump by nearly 4%, specifically a 3.8% cost of living adjustment. This would be one of the highest increases in the past decade, adding roughly $73 a month to the average retired worker's check. Curious tone. Yet, even as these larger checks hit bank accounts, millions of seniors are finding themselves with less available cash than they had just a few years ago. The celebrated 3.8% bump masks a deep structural gap between the government's mathematical formula and the actual cost of retirement. To find the missing money, we have to look at purchasing power, the actual amount of goods and services a dollar can buy, which quietly deteriorates as prices rise. Since 2016, Social Security benefits have lost 13.7% of their purchasing power. A $1,000 benefit from 2016 possesses roughly $863 of buying power today. At the same time, mandatory Medicare Part B premiums, which are deducted directly from Social Security checks, just underwent their second largest hike in history. By the time the 3.8% raise arrives, the combination of dollar devaluation and surging healthcare premiums turns the projected increase into a net financial loss. The Social Security Administration calculates these benefits using a specific set of variables that have remained largely unchanged for decades. This metric is the CPI-W, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. This formula tracks the spending habits of younger, working-class professionals. Because it focuses on wage earners, the index heavily weights the costs of a daily commute, specifically gasoline and transportation services. Using a commuter's ruler to measure a retired senior's financial survival creates a systemic measurement error. Retired seniors do not share the same economic pressures as the urban workforce. Their primary living expenses are centered on entirely different categories. For the average retiree, the budget is dominated by housing and healthcare costs. These are the two sectors of the economy that have been hit the hardest and fastest by recent inflation. Because the current formula underestimates these costs, 57% of seniors report skipping essential medical procedures in the last year to save money. By clinging to an outdated formula, the government is effectively obscuring the true rate of inflation for the senior population. Lawmakers are currently debating a revision to this math in the U.S. Capitol. The Social Security 2100 Act proposes switching to the CPI-E, an index specifically designed to track the elderly. This index would prioritize the rising costs of medical care and senior housing, which would trigger a higher, more accurate annual adjustment. While the CPI-E addresses poverty at the individual level, it accelerates a solvency crisis for the system as a whole. The Social Security trust funds are actively depleting. Increasing monthly payouts would cause the program to run out of money sooner. This creates a direct conflict between system solvency and individual survival. To keep the program running, some proposals suggest cutting the annual raise by 1%.